Hey guys, it's Sad, and today we're going to open up box number 8 of the 175 card Pokemon PSA Return. That is always a handful every time I see it. Alright, so let's get these out. Upside down. And get straight into it. So the first card for today is, so we got some new stuff. We got a Entei GX from Shining Legends. First I thought this was a promo card, but it's not. It kind of looks like one. But this is PSA 9. So usually when a new card gets PSA 9, if it's not completely mint, which it's got a white spot up here, so that might, and up here. So that might be actually why it got a, it's got a white spot down there too. But I was gonna say, usually when a new card gets a PSA 9, it's because of the centering. Because usually new cards are in good condition, but this one, pretty sure this one got a 9 because it has a white spot there, a little one there, and then a pretty good one right there. Piece of dust right there. But yeah, there you go. We'll put him right there. All right, so now we have PSA 10. This is a Japanese Mewtwo and Mew GX tag team. Mouthful. This one, I'll be interested to see how much this one's worth. But yeah, this one got a PSA 10. I don't remember where I got this card from. Who knows? It was probably by now, it's been over a year since I sent these off, and even longer, even longer timeline from when I bought them. This one is a Reshiram and Charizard GX. Another tag team Japanese card. This one got a 10 too, so this one might actually be worth a little bit of money just because it's a Charizard. But yeah, very nice card. I will be really interested to see how much these are worth. So we have another PSA 10. This is if I can say this right, a Volcarona Full Art GX from Cosmic Eclipse. You can tell because 252 out of 236, it's a secret rare. Plus it says secret rare. Very nice card. The centering looks actually a little bit heavy on the bottom versus the top, but I'm not gonna complain. It got a PSA 10. That's not too bad. You can tell on the bottom it's a little bit heavier than the bottom versus the top, but I guess it's still good enough to get a 10. All right, so now we have PSA 9 Persian GX. This one's from Unbroken Bonds. I'm glad it says it all up here because I probably wouldn't be able to tell you just from looking at the numbers. I am not the most knowledgeable about the newer sets versus the older. My expertise is the older. But still, I like to grade new stuff too because, I mean, there's a market for that too. This is a Japanese Espeon and Deoxys, is that how you say it? Deoxys? GX tag team. Y'all forgive me. Sometimes I don't know how to say some of these newer Pokemon. And some of the old ones for that matter. But still a very nice card. I love all these 10s. And I say that, but we get a PSA 9. This one is an English card this time. Venusaur and Snivy. Snivy or Snivy? I think it's Snivy, actually. When I said Snivy, I think I realized I messed it up. It's a Snivy. Secret rare from Cosmic Eclipse. Still a very cool card. This one got a 9. Let's see if it's from white spots or if it's from centering. The centering is off left to right, so I would, on the front right to left, so I would think it might be because of centering. I think that's why, because the centering is pretty thin on the right and thicker on the left. Unless there's some sort of scratch, but it's hard to tell on these textured full art cards. Centering looks pretty good top to bottom, but I think it's that right versus left. The right is thinner than the left. Now we have a Morpeko VMAX. This is a PSA 10. This is from the base Sword and Shield. So very nice card. I don't know how you check the border really on these, but I mean, I guess you can a little bit. You can see the border there versus there. It's a little bit thicker, it looks like, on the right versus the left, but not very much, I guess. Yeah, and the border looks just absolutely perfect. No white spots at all. All right, now we have some hidden fates. So I do remember there's a lot of hidden fates in this one, in this order. So it's a pretty sad one. Why would this get a PSA 8? I think the back would be messed up. Yeah, no whites. Oh, wow. How did I miss that? Wow, shame on me. Look at that. That's a really big white spot, enough to knock it down all the way to an 8. I mean, the centering is very good. A little bit heavy on the top, but in the front, the centering is almost perfect. You know, it's a new card, so you're not really gonna, if you treated it well, you're not gonna have any scratches on it. I thought that was a scratch actually when I said that, but that's just the way the picture in the holo is. But yeah, wow. Definitely be selling that card. All right, so now we have PSA 10 Shining Mew. So this one, I do remember getting this one in a collection, and I was hoping that this one would get a 10 because I'm pretty sure, at least at the time when I bought it a year ago, probably still now, but it was a pretty penny for this in a PSA 10. But yeah, centering is absolutely perfect on this one. So this will be, I'm not keeping this card. I'm gonna sell that, but that is still a really cool card. All right, so now we're back to the Hidden Fates. We have a PSA 9 Hidden Fates Lucario GX SV 64. So why would this one get a 9? I mean, centering it's a little bit, maybe a tiny bit thin on the right. Let's see if there's white spots. I mean, even if there's white spots, I probably would still get this graded just because it's Hidden Fates, but I thought maybe there's some white spots on that corner, but I don't think there are. There's no white spots on the back. None that I can see anyway. Centering looks really good. There must be some sort of scratch on it. Is that a piece of dust? See, it's on the inside, so I don't know if that's dust or if that's a little scratch or some sort of damage on the card. So if that is damaged, then that would probably be why it got a 9, but I don't know. It's pretty strict to me. All right, so now we have a PSA 10. So this is a Hidden Fates. Ooh, let's see if I can say it. Nihilego. It's probably not how you say it, but either way, PSA 10 SV 62. I think the last one was 64, so we are working our way backwards, which makes sense because we did these upside down. So this is one of the ones I was most excited for from the Hidden Fates, and this one got an 8, so that's really bad. But the centering is really bad too, so I mean, can't complain too much. If you look at the bottom versus the top centering is a lot bigger, and even from right to left, the right is a lot thinner than the left, so centering was pretty bad on this Mewtwo. No white spots really. But dang, they still gave it an 8. Not even a 9. It's terrible. One of the most expensive cards from Hidden Fates. Now this one's really nice. Glaceon. Any of the evolutions are going to be nice value-wise in pretty much any set, but especially Hidden Fates. So this is a nice one. I'll keep this one. SV55. I used to have one of these for a while, but I ended up selling it to somebody that really wanted it. But amazing card. Probably not any white white spots, any damage on it. Centering looks pretty good. Yeah, PSA 10 Glaceon SV55. Alright, so we have 5 left. So this is another PSA 8. This is the Articuno from Hidden Fates, SV54. And yeah, the centering looks pretty bad. So the top is thin, the bottom is thick. The right is thick and the left is thin, but it doesn't look super bad. But yeah, there you go. Makes me think that they don't look at the whole border. They look at the border outside the black line. So if you look at the whole border from right there to here, it's a little bit thicker than this, but if you look at just what's outside the black line, you know, you got that, and then up here is really thin. So they might take that into account also. And even over here on the right, if you look at the whole border, you know, from this white line to this white, the edge, versus here, it's pretty similar in size, but then if you look at just what's outside the black line, you know, that's thick and this is really thin. So that might be what, you know, they might take that into account when they're looking at the border also. But anyway, PSA 8 Articuno. And now we have some baby shinies. We have Eevee. This one got an 8 also. And so we are not getting good luck on these. We're not even getting very many 9s. We got what? 2 10s. I guess can't complain about 10s, but man, I remember sending off Hidden Fates a year or 2 ago and just getting like 90% 10s. Now it's hard to get 10s. But you look at the centering. The centering's a little bit heavy on top versus bottom. Yeah, that's why I got an 8. Next card, we have another baby shiny, Gabite. This one got a PSA 9. And I guess it's the centering. They're really getting you on the centering on these cards. So I'll have to pay more attention when I'm sending these off. I mean, I'll probably send them off regardless just because it's Hidden Fates and everybody likes Hidden Fates. But yeah, I mean, if you're only after 10s, I would suggest really looking at the centering on these cards before you send them off. I mean, they could be perfect on the back, no white spots. No white spots, and then check the centering. So the centering is, they look at the front more closely than they do the back. And what I mean by that is they have stricter standards for the front border centering versus the back. And we have another PSA 8 Kartana. I think I have this one in a 10. I'll have to go back and look, but centering looks great on this card. So it couldn't have gotten an 8 because of centering. Let's see if there's some white spots somewhere. Wow. No white spots. Centering is off a little bit on the back, but like I just said, the back isn't as strict as the front. Yeah, I'll have to look at this with a magnifying glass off camera. See if I can figure out why this got a 8. I mean, it looks perfect to me, but there must be something on it. Some dirt maybe somewhere, I don't know. Crazy. Wow. All right, and the last card for today's video is another PSA 8 Kartana. So this one is just like what we just saw. Centering looks a little bit worse than the other one. A little bit thin on the right versus left. I mean, I've seen PSA 10s worse than that. The back looks fine. I don't see any white spots. I don't see anything on the surface. see a scratch on the actual PSA case. You can see the scratch go all the way out there, so I mean, that's nothing. Wow, I don't know. Like I said before, I'll have to look at it with a magnifying glass, or magnifying glass, and see if I can figure out what the heck is wrong with this card and why it got an 8, but I don't know, that's crazy to me. Either way, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what your favorite card from today's video was, and stay tuned for the rest of the videos. Thanks, guys.